Why do we drink when we're stressed out or when we're put in a stressful situation? So yesterday I was trying to kind of understand and be more self-aware and try and really think about what was triggering me, why I felt really agitated, and why I would have normally drank in that situation. And I think the reason is because when you first get really agitated and wound up, or you're unhappy or whatever, and you have that first drink, then everything just goes, like warm honey through your veins. You just relax instantly. And whilst I can relate to how good that feels, because I remember how it would take away that anxiety, it would take away that feeling of agitation. It was a very short-lived high. And what I tried to remind myself of last night is that, yeah, okay, I was agitated and just wound up over nothing. And I would normally turn to drink because that's what I've always done. That was my coping mechanism for 20 odd years. And the high is so short-lived. And then what follows for me is obviously a period of extreme low. And that period of extreme low then will cause me to drink more. So it's a vicious cycle. And I was able to recognize that yesterday. So I'm really pleased. But I think we need to realize that, like for me in particular, I'm a lot more likely to drink if I'm unhappy than if I'm happy. Like when I'm in a good place, I don't want to have drink in my life. I've always used it more when I'm unhappy or when I'm not coping well with something. And I think that's really key for me to understand, because I know now that that's going to be a trigger for me, that if I'm agitated, if I'm worked up, if I'm upset, it's always going to be at the back of my mind that that is the cure, to go and have a quick drink or whatever, because that's what I've always done. And it is going to take time to realise that that is not the solution. But I am aware of that, I know that that's not the solution. I'm able to talk myself round now, which I was never able to do. But I just did some reflecting today and just kind of thought, well, why do we turn to drink in those situations? And I can understand why, because you do have an instant, it takes away all of that angst, all of that horrible knot in your stomach, everything goes away instantly. And that's why it's such a quick, you make such a quick decision to do it, because you know that it'll take it away instantly. But it's what it gives you back, over a certain amount of time. Then obviously your anxiety then over the long haul will be worse, and then your depression is going to be worse, and then you're going to drink more. So you need to really play it forward. And I know it's cliche, but yeah, just play the tape forward and think about where it's going to lead you, because that's what I had to do yesterday. And moderation's not in my nature. I cannot drink in moderation. And if I did have one, it wouldn't be one, and it would spiral out of control. And I didn't do all of this for nothing. So I think that's why we do it. I mean, like I said, that's just me personally, but I'm just glad I was able to recognize that. And I know now that, in situations like that, I can get through the anxiety. I can get through the angst. I just need to be more self-aware and try and find new coping mechanisms, and we will get there, guys. It's not easy, but yeah, I'm really proud that I got through the weekend, and I'm proud if you got through it as well, because it wasn't an easy weekend, and the weather was such a big trigger for me this weekend. It was really hard. So yeah, something new I've learned.